everybody? I'm going to talk to you about thumping and plucking, or as some people call it, slap. This is an extended technique. It was invented by Larry Graham, who's one of the pioneer funk bass players of our era, still alive, still living legend. He invented it because when he and his mom were playing in church, they didn't have a drummer. It was a really small church, so they needed something that was a little bit more percussive to go off of. So Larry Graham said that he decided to kind of make his thumb the bass drum, and his pluck, he could pluck like this, and it would kind of sound like a snare drum. So it's really highlights the bass being a percussive instrument and kind of like a drum. And the way you want to do this, there's a few different ways that you'll see people do it. I'm going to show you my preferred way because when you want to get more advanced with slap, this right hand positioning will actually help you do that. You want to give yourself a thumbs up like that and keep your hand nice and loose. Keep that thumb, this joint right here, nice and relaxed. And then just kind of turn it so it looks like this against the string. You can have it kind of more like that if you want, or like this, but like generally you want that thumb to be kind of going parallel as much as possible to the string, and you want to keep everything relaxed. And it's not so much of like you're not hitting it, you're not smacking it. You can see that creates like a really gross like sound. That's not really going to do that's not going to add to a band or a group. What you want to do is you want to turn the forearm and the wrist a little bit so that that's where a lot of the motion is coming from, because otherwise if you have to slap a lot, especially at faster tempos, you'll get tired. So you kind of just let the thumb bounce off and just do that for a while on every string. You can practice your scales like that. Do different rhythms with it. Just make sure you're always doing it in time, because this is a very rhythmic technique, and if we're out of time and we do this, it's going to mess up the whole groove, and that's the last thing we want to do as bass players. For the pluck, just move your finger under it and again just turn the forearm. Doesn't have to be too much. You shouldn't grab it. That's just going to slow you down. It's just going to cause you to hurt yourself. It's going to get you a bad sound. Just see, that's nice and clear. We hear that. So when you hear that pop, you hear that as opposed to that's just kind of, it can really kind of muddy up the sound and not really add too much. So something you can do to sort of practice this, other than just practicing your scales, just go find different rhythmic patterns like thumb, pluck, thumb, practicing your scales. Or you can do thumb, pluck, thumb, pluck, thumb, pluck, thumb. Start with a pluck. Do 2 plucks. Put it in a different spot. Yeah, see, I already messed that up. That's something. That's a good thing to do. So that's just the basics of thumping and plucking. And just remember, keep it nice and relaxed. Don't play too hard. You're aiming for resonance, not smacking the crap out of it. Just aiming for a nice, full resonant sound while you do that. And this is a really nice texture to be able to have under your fingers. So I hope that this was helpful, and happy practicing. See you next time.